Good morning, this is Mark at the Wicked Edge Expert Corner Group, and I want to talk again about micro angle adjusters. Why do I talk about micro angle adjusters so much? Because micro angle adjusters, excuse me, allow a Wicked Edge user to step from the set and forget type of sharpening where you determine your angles off of the square bar, the delineations on the square bar, whatever model you have, whether it's the 100 or the 120 or the 130, you position your micro angle adjusters on there, and you can lock it up and sharpen your knives. The Wicked Edge 100, they are locked up. That's screwed in there, so you slide this along that bar and find the delineation that says 15 degrees and lock it up and sharpen your knife based on these. Now, when you get to the point that you want to take charge, take control over it, what you can do with the gross angle adjusters, the ones that have no micro angle adjusters, you can turn them around so that the locking knob now locks, instead of locking into the divot holes, you can turn it around so that it will now lock into the flat part of the bar. That usually means that you put your lock knob on the back side away from you because the divots are facing you. Simply swapping the right side guide rod for the left side guide rod, so you put the knobs to the back, then that allows you to slide it anywhere you want and lock that screw into the flat bar. So essentially, you've created a micro adjuster by turning around the gross angle adjusters. What the micro adjuster screw does is it does that. It allows you to use the adjusters on the flat side of the bar and get it close. So you don't have to mess with sliding and looking at the cube. You get it close and lock it down. And then with the adjuster screws and reading the cube, you dial it closer and further. You decrease your angle closer, you back it off the increase, and you read it. And as you turn the screws, you can walk it right in and then lock it up. So Wicked Edge created the micro adjuster screws back with the Wicked Edge 120 in about 2015 or maybe earlier, and it was screws with the tool, and what we did was we loosened up the knob, and with the Wicked Edge hex tool we were able to dial that closer and further and then lock it up. And then this is the old big brackets back, like I said, 2015, 2016. As time went on and Wicked Edge looked to improve that distance here between the knife edge and the adjusters, they minimized the adjusters. Now, of course, if you minimize the adjusters, you reduce the machining and the metal and the weight and the cost. So it has a lot of good economic factors besides the efficiency of the stone by reducing it. But the Wicked Edge micro adjusters are a very small adjuster with a little knob, and it works great. And you put this in the divot and you lock it up, and then you put this in there and you lock it up, and then you unlock this. It's tools. What we did, users like myself, is we wanted to make that easier to use. Back when we were using these, And what we decided to do was to extend the adjuster screw that just barely stuck out of the back. And we went with the longer screw with adjustment knobs. So we came up with that fit on the little wicked edge new style brackets, and we also have on the bigger brackets for the old style. It doesn't matter. You either can put these screws into your brackets or you can get brackets from us with the screws. But what this does now is by turning this screw, it lets you dial it in. Now there's more screw here than you need because these screws are made to adapt to a bunch of different kits. So instead of making a bunch of different part numbers for all the different kits, we have one size screw. Now what I'm going to show you in subsequent videos is how you're going to adjust it and how much throw and what you want to, how you want to use it and how to lock them up. Because we're using both wicked edge brackets, which are a metal machine brackets with the lock arm and the screws, and we also use the printed brackets from the Expert Corner with the same setup. Now the printed brackets have printed threads, so there's a limit to how much pressure you need to put on it. Not how much do you want to put on it, but how much do you need to put on it. And I want to discuss that in subsequent videos. Thanks.